WVU football has picked up the verbal commitment from yet another athlete to join the 2024 WVU football class. Let's go. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Jordan Cruz back here with the Country Roads webcast. And before I get into this video, just want to give you guys a quick reminder, if you would, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, give us a like on this video. Will really help not only its performance, but future videos performances here on the channel. And if you're a West Virginia fan, be sure hit that subscribe button. Helps us and it helps you, as it helps get more of this Mountaineer sports content out to Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, let's get into it. All right, as I mentioned in the cold open, West Virginia has received another verbal commitment from an athlete in the 2024 class, and this one I think is an excellent addition to add to this group for West Virginia. And this one comes from Jaquan Bostic, who is an athlete that you may have seen some recruiting services list as a wide receiver, some list as a safety, and that just goes to show how versatile this guy is and just how much of a freak athlete he is to add to this 2024 West Virginia class, as you see reported here by Mike Ostie over on WVSportsNow.com, as he chooses West Virginia over multiple scholarship offers from other Power 5 programs. And the thing that I love here is great length, something that we've seen from quite a few of these West Virginia defensive back additions to this 2024 class. 6'3", 180 pounds. If you're looking at the size for Jaquan Bostic, coming yet again out of Ohio. So yet again, another commit from the state of Ohio, as West Virginia continues to do an excellent job recruiting those borderline states in this 2024 class. As you see, Bostic choosing West Virginia over multiple Power 5 offers, as I mentioned earlier, including Cincinnati, Kentucky, Miami, Florida, Michigan, and Michigan State, ultimately deciding on the West Virginia Mountaineers following his official visit to Morgantown just a couple of weeks ago. And as you can see here on the screen, 247 Sports rates Bostic as a top 50 recruit in the state of Ohio, while On3 actually lists him as a top 40 recruit in the state of Ohio. So either way you spin it, by most of the major recruiting services, West Virginia landing one of the top 50 players from the state of Ohio, right there next door in a borderline state to West Virginia. As I stated earlier, West Virginia doing a great job recruiting those states nearby here with this 2024 class. As you'll see here as we continue to detail this 2024 class on the CRW channel, let's take a look at our verbal commitment list as we continue to track this with our 2024 commitment tracker here on the Country Roads webcast. All right, and if you've been following along here on the Country Roads webcast channel throughout this offseason and recruiting season for West Virginia, as they've continued to try and build this 2024 class, you're probably familiar with this Google document continuing to track this class for West Virginia. And of course, you see highlighted here the latest edition, the 18th verbal commitment West Virginia has already added to this 24 class. Jaquan Bostic, the 3-star athlete out of the state of Ohio. As I said, excellent length there, 6'3", 180 pounds. And as I stated, one thing that just goes to showcase his athleticism is, depending on which recruiting service you follow, he may be listed as a wide receiver, he may be listed as a safety, he may be listed as a straight-up athlete, and that is because this guy is a quote-unquote freak athlete, as described by many. But I believe West Virginia will be recruiting him to add to the defensive back room, to add to the secondary in the future. Could be a free safety, but also with his freak athleticism, he could play any of the safety positions here in Morgantown, whether it be spear, cat, or free. I personally expect him to factor in as a free safety throughout his future in Morgantown, but I think this is an excellent addition to add to what has already been a defensive back heavy class for West Virginia, as he is the 5th defensive back addition for the Mountaineers in this class. But I think this is one that certainly will pay dividends in the future of Mountaineer football. And I think his length and his athleticism will impress Mountaineer Nation in the future. So there you have it, Mountaineer Nation. Jaquan Bostic, a special athlete joining this 2024 WVU football class as its 18th verbal commitment already here just at the start of July. But what are your thoughts on the addition of Bostic to this class and how this class is shaping up in general? Be sure let us know your thoughts down there in the comments. We really appreciate those interactions as we continue to try and grow the Country Roads webcast community throughout Mountaineer Nation. But before we close out, as this video will be releasing on Independence Day, I just wanted to say happy 4th of July, Mountaineer Nation. And until next time, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and let's go Mountaineers.